Hey guys, Barry here from Epic Cycles. In today's video, I will demonstrate how to replace a tube on an X7 or X8 scooter. Super popular scooter, many of you have asked. So here we are delivering and showing you how it's done so you could DIY this yourself. All right, so the tools that will be required is a 3mm Allen key wrench, an 18mm wrench, and tire levers. Okay, so to start off, we need to remove the tire first. So to do this, we're gonna first need to remove this piece of rubber. It might be stuck in there nice, so you want to use some sharp point tool that you may have. So there we go. I don't want to lose that. 1 second. Where did it go? Here we go. Then the reflectors you're gonna want to remove a little bit to uncover this, where you have a bolt where we're gonna unloosen it with the 3mm Allen key wrench. See if I can get it in. No. Yeah. Okay. And do the other side. So I'll turn this around so you can see. So this one's a little bit tighter now. Almost. There we go. Got this out. Oops. Try not to damage it so we can reuse it. And again, you just need to do just the top to gain access to the bolt. So essentially what we're doing here is we're going to be removing the fork covers. All right, almost got her out. There we go. And there. Okay. Not yet. So to go a little bit more here. So this screw comes out. This screw may not come out all the way, but as long as you get it a little bit, you can remove it, as you can see what I just did. Okay, next we're going to use the 18mm wrench. Untighten it, and then you can just do it by hand. All right. Now, the other side. Could be tight. Once you get the first one loose, again, you can untighten it by hand. Okay, so now that we got the axle nuts removed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the kickstand and lower the scooter down carefully so that we can simply remove the tire. All right, so we got her loose, and there we go. now we can start working on replacing the tube on this tire. All right, so now that we got the tire out, we're gonna use our levers to remove the tire and replace the damaged tube. Now, when we're gonna use the tire levers, you don't want to do it from the side where the cable is, because the cable is gonna get in your way. So do it from the side where there is no cable. So let's start that. Oops. There we go. There we go. That's it. We got our tire loose. So now that we got the tire off the rim, you want to get your valve out next. So get the valve out from the valve hole. All right. And then we're going to remove the old tube. All right, so now there's no more tube. Okay, here's a new tube. And we're going to reinsert it. All right, so first we're going to insert the valve in. You might want to move your tire to the side so you have easy access to it. So we're going to put the valve in. Okay, now that the valve is in, I just want to point out that with the X7, X8 scooters particularly, it's important that the valve is pointing in the opposite direction of where the tire turns. So you can clearly see that this is the wire, so our tire will turn this way, right? If it's pointing the other way, so now it's pointing in the opposite direction of turning. If it's pointing in the same right of turning, it will hit your fenders and make a noise. So it's important to get it right the first time so you're not disappointed. So make sure the valve, again, pointing in the opposite direction of the turn. Okay, let's get this tube in. Okay, so now that we got the tube in, you want to make sure that you can't see the tube really, that's seated inside properly. Otherwise, you risk of pinching the tube with your tire lever when we're applying the tire back, right? So let's get it back in. And you just want to do it close to each other, one after another. Just take your time, do it carefully, and slowly but surely, the tire will be reseated. There we go. Tire's back on. That's good. So before putting the tire back on, you want to make sure that the small washers are on, because these are going to be going on the inside of the forks. So let's do that. Make sure they're in, yes. And then you have the large one plus the nut, which I'll just hand tight a little bit. Lift her back up. We use our kickstand. Put the large washer, and put our axle nut cover, our axle nut, and tight it. Take our tighten her up. course, we want to make sure this is tight. This is for safety. We don't need tires or motors flying out. Okay, start feeling some resistance now. But we're gonna make sure it's super tight. All right, that's good. I'll do one more tight here. Oops. All right, satisfied with that. We're gonna put our covers on. Before we put our covers, you can see the cable has stretched out, so this will not work. So you wanna push it back in so that the cable is tighter, as tight as possible, so that it won't interfere with the fork covers. I got it in. I just want to mention it's a little bit tricky. Took a lot of playing around. Could have been like the hardest part so far of this job, but once you get it in, make sure you get that wire in nicely. And another very important factor when you're putting in the fork cover, there's two sides. You see one side has a cut over here and one side is flush. Make sure that the cut side is in the back, because if you look, there's a wire here, and that cut is so that it doesn't pinch the wire. If you put it the wrong way, guaranteed you'll cut the wire and cause issues, electrical issues to your scooter. So make sure cut first goes in. All right, so now let's get the other side. Also, I'm gonna make sure that the forks do attach to each other. This should go flush. There you go. As you can see, we got a flush fit. That's what you want. Let's get this screw. Yeah. Okay. This side was much easier for two reasons, because I did that side first and I was able to connect it so it lined up properly. And secondly, there's no wire, motor cable wire here interfering, so it does go in much easier from here. All right, that's good. Does that have to be very tight or no?
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to put the rubber cover back in on this side and the other side. Where's the other cover? You see it? Okay. All right, and then we are going to retighten this bolt. All right, so we've got the resistance, and we are good. We cover it with the reflector. Do the same for the other side. Doesn't have to be very tight, right? Okay. That's it. $40. All right, and we're going to want to go to 30 psi. Once we're at 30 psi, we are done. And voila, tube has been replaced. We are good. So Hope you enjoyed that quick little tutorial maintenance video on how to change your tube on the X7, X8 scooter, front motor tire. If you like this video and it was helpful, don't forget to give us a like, thumbs up, and subscribe for more awesome videos. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Peace out.